Welcome back to Becoming Unapologetic. I'm your host, Chisa Marie. And today we're talking about something I know that will land deep, doing all the work, learning all the things, but still not feeling free. And if that is you, I see you. And let me paint the picture because I've lived this. You've read the books, you've done the journaling, you've taken the courses, you've gone to therapy, you've repeated affirmations until your throat went dry. And yet you're still walking around on eggshells, still shrinking in certain rooms, still biting your tongue instead of speaking your truth. You start asking yourself, why am I still here? Why am I still stuck if I've done the work? And here's the truth, just because you've learned the language of healing, it doesn't mean that you've embodied it for the freedom of it. Now, let me say that again, not to call you out, but to call you back to yourself. Healing isn't about gathering tools. It is about using them to build a different life. So, what's really happening when you're doing the work, but you're still not becoming free? Let me break it down for you. You're healing to perform, not to transform. Sometimes we trade one mask for another. You use the strong one, the people pleaser, the perfectionist. Now you're the self aware one, the healer, the I'm working on myself one. But deep down, you're still scared to show people the messy, the unfiltered version of you. So you stay polished even in your pain. You know how to talk about your triggers, but you still tiptoe around them in real life. The truth is, healing for the sake of looking evolved is just spiritual perfectionism. You don't have to perform your progress. You get to live your truth, messy, raw, unfinished, and all. Now, we confuse awareness with integration. Awareness says, I know I have a pattern of abandonment. Integration says, I no longer abandon myself to keep people in my life. Ooh, baby. Awareness is the flashlight. Integration is the actual do once the light is on. And most people stop at awareness because integration is uncomfortable. It's confrontational. It requires choices that shift your whole life. Because if you want to heal real freedom, you have to move differently and not just think differently. So ask yourself today, what do I know that I am not actually living? And now, while you sit with that, you're afraid what freedom will cost you. Now, let's be real. Freedom sounds good until you realize it comes with grief. The grief of losing people who only loved your performance. The grief of releasing identities you clung to for years. The grief of letting go of the old version of you, even if you were hurting. That's why so many people stay in the doing part of the healing. Because being unapologetic, it's going to shake your relationships, your routines, and your reality up. But what's on the other side of that grief is peace, not performing peace, not people pleasing peace. Say that 4 times, but deep body level peace that comes from finally being you without compromise. Now, if you've been stuck in a cycle of healing without freedom, here's what I want you to know. You don't need another affirmation, you need action. You don't need more books, you need boundaries. You don't need more permission, you need presence. This episode isn't about giving you something new to think about. It's about helping you finally shift into something you can live because you deserve to be free, not just on paper, not just in your head, but in your body, in your choices, in your voice, and your energy. And that's with honesty. Where are you still performing healing instead of living free? Start there. Don't attempt to do 100 things at once, because in the end, when you burn yourself out, you continuously destroy a piece of you that the world needed to know. Until next time, live unapologetically, stop asking for permission, stop shrinking, and start rising.